so foods in Argentina, it's a very European country. There's a lot of influence from Europe, so Italian food is big. The big things that we eat there are our meat, our steak. We have the best steak in the world by far. It's called an asado, and that's just a lot of different cuts, and it's just really good food. We have empanadas, which are kind of like little meat pies that you kind of roll up, and those are really good too. What else do we have there? Milanesas, kind of like a breaded steak. And then in the north, though, where we do a lot of our ministry, the big thing is llama. So we'll eat a lot of llama, and that's not always too appetizing. It's not horrible, but it's not great. Usually the missionary prayer is, Lord, I'll put it down if you keep it down. So
I think as far as entertainment in Argentina, Latin American culture is very social, family, friends oriented. So anytime you can make the time, which they don't have a problem making time, to hang out with somebody, have somebody over. A big thing in Argentina is mate. It's a green tea that you put in a cup, and then you fill it with water, and you share it with the whole group, the same cup. So it's a communal cup, and it's kind of a gross thing to us Americans, but get used to it. And actually, I've enjoyed the community feel it creates. You just talk to people, and you start sharing a circle because you're sitting with somebody and sharing a drink. So that's a big deal. You'll see people with mate, from the bus driver driving down the street in his bus to the teacher at her desk. Everywhere you go, there's mate, and they're sitting at the playground, they're sitting by the river, and so if they can sit down and have mate, that would be their form of entertainment, and chat with their friends or their family. That's a big thing.
In the summertime, they'll enjoy going to the mountains because we live pretty close to the mountains and rivers, and so they'll enjoy just kind of spending time there, maybe going to like a retreat area. And but yeah, it is, like she said, it's very community centered, so they could just entertain themselves by chatting for a really long time. Dinner is late, so we don't eat dinner as a family. We eat dinner around 8, but usually Argentines eat dinner closer to 9:30 or 10:30, and so it's very late. So when we do have people over for dinner, they don't usually come until about 9, and so that makes for a late night, but it's enjoyable. We really enjoy it, although we usually tell people that our Spanish brains kind of shut off around 10 o'clock, so it's not great timing, but it is what it is. So
Argentine Day is similar to an American's Day, except 2 things. They add in a siesta, which is a nap, and then they eat dinner later. So they'll get up similar time, maybe a little bit later than Americans. I would say 6:30, 7:30 would be an average wake-up time for an adult or a child, depending if they have school or not. But then because they stay up and eat dinner so late, they do take a siesta or a nap between 2 and 4. So that's a pretty real, especially in some families in the country. In the cities, it's a little more active, and they don't always take a siesta. But most of the time, between 2 and 4, most businesses are closed. I have not, in our neighborhood, you can't get anything done. Like usually I have a long list of things to do. I school my kids in the morning, and by 2 o'clock they're done. And I think, I can go do that. Oh no, it's siesta.
Everything's
so you gotta wait till 5, and then they're open again from 5 to 8 or 5 to 9, and then they go home and do their dinner. But they don't spend a lot of time after dinner chatting or hanging out if they're home.
Dinner is not the big meal of the day.
Yeah, it's like a small finish up the day.
Then you go to bed.